everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you all had a wonderful Merry Christmas. Hope you got everything that you wanted. So just give it a few minutes and see who's on. Let me just make sure my comments are on. There we go. So today what I'm going to focus on is two sets, one in the one in the Occasions catalog, and that is Wonderful Romance. Now I did touch on this a week ago and showed you some great samples with it. So with this set, there's also a great die set, which I'll be showing you. I'll be also featuring a couple of these pieces. Okay. And also there's the dynamic lace die. And with this bundle, because I can't show you the book, of course, not yet inside, but with this bundle, if you buy the bundle, which is the framelits and the stamp set, you can get one of these sets free. Lovely Lattice, which I'm going to be showing you today, or Part of My Story. Good morning, Carolyn. This is another free stamp set. Both of them are free with a $50 order. Okay, so again, I'm showing you the Wonderful Romance bundle, and if you order that, or I should say when you order that, you can get one of these stamp sets free. $50 order is before shipping and tax, so it has to be $50 exactly, US. Okay, so before I tilt the camera down, just want to remind you, I'm Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. And starting January 3rd, you can join my team and Stampin' Up. There's two great sign-on things, or sign-up things. I'm so technical. So, okay. So option one, you get $175 during celebration. $175 worth of Stampin' Up products for $99 plus tax. They don't charge shipping on that. Okay. Good morning, Lisa. Happy New Year. Coming. Option two is you still get $175 worth of Stampin' Up product plus your business supplies on both kits, okay? And for a $129 plus tax, you can get this. Which side is it on? Okay, right here. This gorgeous tote, and you see I have it filled with some, punches. It's early yet, and all kinds of stuff inside. It also fits our paper trimmer. So join my team in Stampin' Up starting January 3rd, and you can get that bag plus $175 worth of merchandise and your business supplies for $129 plus tax, no shipping. So it's like getting 10% free. And then you can get all these things I'm showing you now. Okay, so hi Stacy, hi Janet, hi Megan. It's so great to be back with my friends. Keep your fingers crossed. We're going for this. Okay, so let me flip the camera. Before I do that, let me tell you what my New Year's resolutions or goals are. I don't like to use resolutions because we never seem to stick with those. My goals for 2019 is to do exclusive YouTube videos, which I think I've already talked about, and also mailing classes. So there'll be more information on that coming in January. Okay. Hi, Karen from Australia. Okay, so let me flip the camera and let's get going on this, because I do have to go to work today. I've had off since last Friday. I worked Friday, and I had the last 6 days off, which was great because my kids are still here from California. Okay, so let's start this. Okay. So again, if you want to order online December, that's my hostess code. You don't have to use the hostess code. I do get a lot of people ask if they have to use that. They do not. You do not. Okay. Don't forget to check out the clearance rack that's going on right now. Lots of awesome goodies. Okay, so as I said, this is the Wonderful Romance, the great framelits. And, of course, I played with them. I just ordered some more magnetic sheets to put these on because I like to put mine on magnetic sheets. And there's all the pieces to it in there. I'm going to show you these three, so I put those aside. Okay. I don't have to put that in there since I'm going to be using it. Okay. And then the dynamic lace folder, which doesn't do this justice, but let me just, you'll be able to see it. And we're working on the stamp room. My husband, or stamp studio as I'm calling it now. My husband's sanding down the tables, if you saw that on Facebook. And so it's kind of messy down here right now. And the next thing he's going to work on is the lighting. Okay, so this is, the bundle is the stamp set and the framelits. And again, when you order that bundle, this would be an extra. When you order that bundle, you could get one of these stamp sets free, which I will be also using. Okay, that's the part of my story, which some great sayings. It's early. And Lovely Lattice. I'm trying to get it where that light doesn't shine too much. We'll be working on that too. Okay, so we're also going to be, I'm also going to be showing you these on a couple of cards, but I will be showcasing this on a later date. This is our new stitched rectangles. Everybody loves the stitched ovals, the stitched circles. I mean, everybody loves the stitched part. Well, these are totally awesome. Let me see here. Okay, so of course mine are a little messy because I've been using them, and they all line up so you can make frames, actual frames, and you'll see one of those. But the thing I really love about it is we now have longer framelits in the stitched part, like there, for sayings, okay, sentiments. Okay, so again, I'll be showing you this, but I'll be showcasing this at a later date. Since my company's still here, I won't be on this Sunday, but I'll be back on the following Sunday, which I think is the 6th. Okay, I want to spend as much time with my kids as I can. Okay, so let's start. So the first thing I want to show you, and some of these are repeats, okay? I already had them on the website. This is an idea of simple stamping. So this is great for somebody new, or if you need a card real quick. This one was the one with the trellis or lattice edging. This one got a lot of great reviews, I should say. Everybody loved this. I just doubled that up. Again, that's the white cardstock, and then I did this edgelet. That's what I wanted to show you. This edgelet on the vellum. Okay. Then this one, again, Wonderful Romance. That has the lace dynamic embossing folder. Now, to pair that up, I'm going to bring in the Lovely Lattice. Here's one for simple stamping. And I just colored this with the watercolor pencils. And you could also put Wink Stella on that if you wanted to. Good morning, Eileen. And Eileen, you just reminded me I have a couple more Christmas cards that I will be posting today. This, if you see this, now this one is pretty neat because, and I will show you in a later video how I did that with the Stamparatus using the different colors. Let me bring that up so you can see it. See, this has the Bermuda Bay, this is the Mossy Meadow, and then the darker colors of the pinks in there. I think it was Melon Mambo. But if you look real close, you'll see what I mean. Back here is two of those rectangle framelits. One for the outside, one for the inside, and you've got yourself a frame. These are great for photo frame cards, you know, for the holidays next year, where you could put a picture of your family or your cat or your dog. Okay. The next one is, again, this is oh yeah, let me bring this in. This is another, let me just show you this again. See, this is a stitch framelit. It's more of a smaller rectangle. Then we have the longer one. I love this longer one. It fits so many sentiments in it. Now this one I colored with the blends. And again, Wink Stella. Hopefully you can see that. So you see from simple to a step up. And then the last one before I show you some stamping is this is our foil paper, which is in the Saleabration Catalog. And this is the Grapefruit Grove. And again, I did this with the blends and then the Wink of Stella, another one of the framelits. This saying is from the part of my story. Remember I said I'm using those 3 sets. Isn't that gorgeous? And just so that you could see it, I wanted to bring in the pink. This is the Lovely Lipstick foil with that embossing folder. Isn't that great? Okay, so let me show you a couple of quick things here. So the first thing I want to show you is this cardstock right here. And what I would do is I would take this framelit, I would line it up here. Okay, I don't want to bring the big shot in. I don't want to jinx myself. So I would line that up here. Okay, I'm going to roll it through the big shot and back. And with the magic of television or camera, I have this. That's how you get that trellis effect. Nothing hard about it. You do want to go, I go up, what I do is I roll it up once, come back, and then flip it so that the blade is also the opposite way. It helps cut these pieces out. Okay. And then I would just fold this. You want to make sure that this little, one of these, the longest one, this is the way I do it. Okay, stampers? I'm just going to fold that, get my bone folder in here. And I'm watching my light to make sure we're good. Don't worry, I'll hop back on if we're not. And that's how you get that effect. Okay, then I would take a piece of my vellum paper, cut that to fit right in there. This is another framelit from the Wonderful Romance. And let's just grab something. You notice I'm not putting this together because I have 2 other cards to stamp. I might put it together if everything holds out okay. So let me grab this. I'm using the Fresh Fig, which the Designer Series paper I showed already is in the new catalog, and this is one of the ones that it goes with. Okay, so I'm just going to ink up Thinking of You. And I would put this right here. You get the idea, right? Hi, Valerie. Hi, Susan. And I would put something like this. Maybe like that. And then what I could do is I could also bring in some of this beautiful, real nice, which I've got ink on that one, ribbon. I would hide that piece. And just maybe put a bow. And that's really how this one was made. Oop, they're upside down, I forgot. Okay. The only difference is the color and that I have the white under there. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how easy it is to use that great, I call it a trellis. Yes, it would make a beautiful Valentine's Day card. Think Valentine's Day, birthday, wedding, anniversary. That looks like antlers to me. I don't like that. Maybe something like this. And I would add some more because you've got more pieces in the stamp set. Okay. So that's how I would do that card. Again, I just wanted to really show you how easy it was to just do that trellis. This is gorgeous. I just love this piece. Okay, so that. Now, let me bring in the one I'm going to show for you today, because remember it is Friday. I gotta work. Oh, let me just get up and grab this. My fingers aren't working today. Okay, so let's show you this one. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to stamp today. Now this one is using the Wonderful Romance. I'll bring it up closer. You can see I did the Wink of Stella. This is a piece of the vellum paper, which I absolutely love. And, of course, I used the part of my story for the inside. And it just says, thinking of you. Know that today is a friend is thinking of you. Okay? So what I did with this one, is I took, and I kind of went over this on my last video, but I wanted to show you how easy it is. So you're cutting your paper lengthwise, okay? And you're just going to fold it here. Use the bone folder. Flip it back. You can also use the scoring blade on your paper cutter. I don't always tend to do that, but it does help sometimes. I'm going to bring in my piece of vellum, which is going to go right here. Now that might need to be trimmed a little bit, so my paper trimmer's right here. So let me just trim off just a teeny bit, because I like some of the cardstock to show. So that's going to go right there. And for vellum, I had this question the last time. What I use is glue dots. Now our glue dots come in a roll, but these are left over from my paper pumpkin. And this really doesn't matter which side you use. They're both really about the same. I think one is a little more subtle tone than the other. I don't really worry about stuff like that because it's gorgeous paper. We're just going to put this in here. And flick those little babies off. Get that off. Whoop. There we go. Just watching the clock here, making sure I'm still green. Yay, still green. The Christmas miracle. All right, so there we have that. Now for this piece right here, you don't want to use blends because the blends, of course, bleed through and you'd be able to see it on that side. So real quick, and I'm going to try to do this real quick on camera because you don't need me to show you how to color. What I'm going to do is something a little different. I'm taking my Mossy Meadow and I'm outlining a little bit of dark green. I don't know, this is a little bit different than the one I did, but we're going to try it. I do this sometimes and it comes out great. Other times I'm not crazy about it, but you got to play around with things and see how they look. So I'm just putting some Mossy Meadow in here. The thing is, if I don't like it, I can go back and change it. Is your camera further away this morning? It is, Megan. Can you see all right? My kids helped me with the length of the neck of this mount I use because I didn't think you could see everything the other way. I can move it down next time if you'd like. So I'm bringing that in, see if I like that. Remember this one? Yeah, I kind of do. So I'm blending the darker, and these are not blends, okay? These are regular markers, or regular markers. I'm just bringing it in and trying to blend it. Maybe if I had used a old olive or something, but I'm going to go with it. Okay. Kind of does look a little bit like the blends. Maybe I shouldn't have, I could have picked, yeah, I think old olive might have looked better, but we're just going to go with it for today, okay? So let me just bring this in. Again, I'm going to bring the sample up higher, so if you can't see it. I mean, right now I'm just coloring, okay? And this is Pear Pizzazz I'm using in the middle of it, okay? And I'm just doing a quick job here, a lot of greenery. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with the fresh fig. And because the card stock is fresh fig, I'm just going to put some dots of fresh fig in here. And some of these. These I just kind of flick here. They're little. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then what I'm going to do is bring in Flirty Flamingo. Okay, I'll work on that, Megan. I can bring it down. I just wanted everybody to be able to see everything I was doing. Hey, it's a work in process or progress. You know that. You know that with me. And now that my son is here, he's helping me out a bit. So we'll get this all straightened out. And then for the new year, I'm going to be doing exclusive YouTube videos. So you want to go over to Stampersdelight on YouTube and subscribe, because the videos that are going to be there will not be the Facebook Lives. Right now they are the same ones. I'm going to put pink there. But starting in January, I'm going to have 2 different ones. Okay, so I'm just going to go with this one here. Mossy Meadow. Throw some darker in there. Okay. All right, and for this right here, I'm going to get my dimensionals. Now remember, this is only going to be glued down part way, so you want to make sure that you don't put your dimensionals too far over. So you don't see them. Okay. And then I have this one already stamped. I showed you. I just stamped that. Now this is another framelit from the Wonderful Romance. And I'm just going to put that right under there. I might have to move this up a bit. I didn't press it down real hard on the vellum yet. That's what I like about this too. You can move it. I just want to move it up just a bit. There we go. And maybe over here. Just want to make sure I can read my saying. There we go. No. Come on. Okay. So we'll put that right there. Put a little snail on there. Move it right up here. There we go. All right. Okay, so it's a little bit over the top there. And then for the inside, I'm taking the sentiment from the part of my story, which I absolutely love these sayings. And this is a free set. And again, I'm going to bring in the fresh fig. Make sure I have it stamped right. I always like to stamp. Make sure I'm doing it right. You want to make sure that your saying or your sentiment is over in the corner more, because remember, you're going to be able to see. You don't want to see the writing. And then I love this little flower that is with the Wonderful Romance, because I like to put it there. Now you can color that too. I'm not going to. And then what I'm going to do is just snail that down. Actually, now that this is blended together, I like the way that looks. So remember, if you don't have a certain color in the blends, you can make up your own. Move that over there. Because if you look, you can see that I have the dark tips. So that's Mossy Meadow, and then the pear pizzazz. Hello, Germany! And then I always like to finish it off with my Winkostella. Winkostella, you do have to be careful. Sometimes if it's real wet, it will bleed. So what I normally do is go from light to dark, just like I would my watercolor pencils tonight. Today I'm just kind of like throwing some. Oop, I forgot a little flower there. See that one? That's okay. I'll get that one later. And then what I topped it off with, if I can find it on my messy table, which of course I can't. Where are they? Okay. This one has the little flower on it, which I'm almost done with. Okay, I got to order some more. Remember, the new catalogs start January 3rd. I can get some more of those. But I think I'll change this one a little bit. We also have on that suite these little sealed with a kiss things. You want to make sure you don't touch the back of it. And I think instead, I'm going to put that right there. And there you have it. 2 different cards. A little bit different. Different colors. Thank you. Thank you. And I just love this pull out. Now this is a Z fold card because you can see it looks like a Z, but it doesn't have that other piece across. So that's another way to do it. Now let me just show you the same thing. We have it here with all free. I don't want to say free stuff. Okay. So look at this one. Now this is done with our watercolor pencils. Everything on this card is Saleabration Stampers. Free stuff. Free product. This is our butterfly paper. And I have the names right here. I was good today. We got the Lovely Lattice. We've got the organdy ribbon, which you get 5 different colors. I'll show you that. And then we've got the butterfly paper. That's the only one I didn't mark. The botanical butterfly design. Look at that. Same card. Different sayings. I use both sayings from The Wonderful Romance. Thank you for sharing. Yes, please share my videos. Also, don't forget to sign up for YouTube, Stampersdelight. I will be starting exclusive videos there. So, again, this is the same card, but the difference is the watercolor pencil. So I just wanted to show you real quick. These are the assortment 2 that we had as a special. You can use any of the assortments. I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of how I did this. So with the watercolor pencils, I grabbed this green. Now this green is garden green. If you didn't get the assortment pencils, we do have another set in there, which are over here somewhere. Assortment 1. This is assortment 2. Hopefully they'll be in the new catalog. But again, fear not. If it's not, you can use your watercolor pencils. I still have the original ones. And there's some colors I really like in there. So just throw some green here. And then in the middle I like to use the yellow. And I just like to swish some color in there. And then I'm going to do some pink. I'm not going to color the whole thing because you'll get the idea. I mean, I could sit here and color for hours, but so relaxing. And then this is the gorgeous grape. I'm not a real neat when I colorer. I'm not a neat colorer. What I do with the darker colors is I don't go all the way down. You see what I'm doing? I drag the color down so it gives it a light and dark effect. Hi, Angie. Again, I hope everybody had a great Christmas and looking forward to the new year. Okay, so I'm just going to show you that for now. So first of all, with the watercolor blender pen, what I do with that, make sure it's cleaned off. I always start with my lighter colors. Okay, so that I don't get dark colors on there. And then wipe it off. Go with the pink. That is the Flirty Flamingo. And I'm just going around the pink ones. Okay. Now, with the darker color, what I like to do with the darker ones is I pick up the color up here. And then I drag it down. You see how I'm dragging it down? So it still has some of the gorgeous grape in there, but it's not quite as dark. So that the center of the flower, and then I can always add more. And I'll bring it up closer so you can see it when I'm done. So I'm just going to do this big one. Do a little bit on this one too so you can see. And I don't always go, as you can see, I'm not going all in the same direction, but it's watercoloring and it will blend, and it blends nice. I always clean it off. Let me bring it up so I can show you what I'm talking about. Can you see how this is darker and then that's lighter? And then I would add Wink of Stella to it, and I would finish the green too. Yes, Stampin' Up! Watercolor pencils are the best. They're nice, smooth pencils, and they blend so well. So, again, I'm not going to do that. What I would do is I would bring this in, put it on. And again, I'm going to just fold this so you see it again with a different color paper. Okay, this is the Gorgeous Grape. Fold it in half. Flip it back. This is an easy, fancy fold card to do. Now for this one, I use the Botanical Butterflies. And you see I did that one. Trim that one. Oh, you know, when you fold it back, it's 2.5 by 4 1/4. So I make my little piece of designer series paper. I do that at like 2 1/4 because this is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I do this at 2 1/4. Make sense? Oh, thank you. And then, even though I'm not going to put this all together, I can color this later. I'm going to put that there. Okay, and this one is glued down without dimensionals. This one I think I'll put dimensionals on just so I can do it a little bit different. Again, you want to make sure you're only putting the dimensionals halfway. That's good for now. I might need one more. These are the old dimensionals that I had in the closet when I was cleaning my stamp room out. You could tell because they're a little bit higher than the ones we have now. And they're sticky. They're still sticky, so I would put that right there. And then let me show you the ribbon. Oh, the video's not clear? Anybody else not clear? I think sometimes, maybe it's because it's further away. I'll have to work on that. This is the ribbon. Look at that. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Fran. I'll check that out. This ribbon is so pliable. And again, this is the free ribbon you can get with Saleabration. Look at these colors. And of course you have the Gorgeous Grape. Hi, Maureen. Okay, so what I would do with this is, this one I put a bow up here after I put that piece there. I put the piece here just so that you could see the saying. But for this one, you could even do it this way. You could bring it here and wrap it around before. I just like showing you different ideas. Put it right in there. So you have a little ribbon behind that. Okay, or you could just do a bow. Nothing like tying a bow live. But I will tell you that I'm terrible at bows, but I got to show you this. As soon as I cut it off. Look how great this bow came out. First time. It's because this ribbon is so pliable. And then maybe put that. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I would put that right there. I'm not going to write. Oh, yeah, I did color that, didn't I? Okay, let's do that. Got a couple more minutes, so let me put some green in here. Light green. Okay, I'm going to finish this card later. But let me get another, maybe, if I find it. I would put my, there it is, my glue dot. Let me show you how I do the glue dot on the back side, whichever side looks better. I put 3 of them on there. Again, the glue dots come in a box with a roll, okay? But these are my leftover from my paper pumpkin. Come on. Okay, I can pick that up. There we go. And then what I would do on this one, just to change it up a little bit, is put that right there. And then, of course, I take a piece of white cardstock, slide it behind there. Or you could even use the, this is Gorgeous Grape, so you could use the Heather Highland because you could stamp on that. Now, again, this is the watercolor pencils. The other one was the regular markers. But you can also, and I'll do that real quick just to show you a little bit, you can also take the Wink of Stella and put that on the watercolor pencils, if you can see that. You can't hear me? Really? Oh, well. Everybody else hear me okay? Oh, you can hear me. I get it. Sorry, Kathleen. I need some more coffee. The video is clear, but it looks a little further back. Gotcha. Okay, so let me show you again before I let you go for the day. So these are all the free merchandise you can get with a $50 order, each one. This is the same cards done with the Wonderful Romance. And these will be on my blog and on Facebook. Again, Wonderful Romance, we have this one. I mean, they're just absolutely gorgeous. The Simple Stamping, and then, of course, the one I just did. When you order that whole bundle, you can get Simple Stamping. You can get, this is a freebie. Okay, this set is also in the Saleabration Catalog. And then this is the one with the frames, which I will show at a later date. Now, real quick before I go, you see this frame I showed you. This is the piece that was cut out, right? So you can use that for another card. Maybe even this one. Let's just move this. You could put that right there. You have to put something behind it because it's not showing up too well. Oh, how about this? That might just be another card right there. Okay, so those are my cards for today. And did I leave? Oh, I just wanted to show you this again, the Lovely Lipstick foil paper. Okay, so let's go over here. So thank you so much for watching. Remember again, Stampersdelight.com, Rose Board. Go to Stampersdelight YouTube. Sign up for my YouTube channel for when I start doing exclusive YouTube channels. If you'd like to join my team, back here, and Stampin' Up, you can get this lovely bag. This lovely bag with your startup kit. Okay, so I hope you all have a great day, and I hope to be back Sunday. But again, I'm not starting my Sunday videos again until January 6th. If I have time, I'll jump on. I do still have company, and we're going to start ringing in the new year early. So, bye, Stampers. Have a great day.